Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Beraudo. I'm the MD of App Annie. And for those of you who don't know App Annie, I'll give you a little presentation of who we are and what we do. So when we started the App Annie adventure, for us, what our goal was is really to help every business being successful through apps. And that was really important for us to do that. Actually, the little story behind that is the founder of App Annie, Bertrand Schmidt, who started the company in Beijing, was actually interested in creating an app originally. And he looked for data everywhere around the market. That was 8 years ago when the iOS store was starting. And he couldn't find anything. So he decided to start his own company. And today, the way we do this is through market data. So we have millions of apps that are connected to our platform. We have a free and a paid service, so I invite you to go check at least the paid service. We do that every day in every country, and today we really the most accurate. We have the most accurate view of app performance, and are the global leader in the space. I always like these slides that shows exactly what the platform is all about. And the analogy of this circle is really the life cycle of an app and the journey a developer has to go through. When you create an app, your first step as an app developer is really to better understand the market, right? That little story about Bertrand when he was back in Beijing looking to create an app and couldn't find any data. Well, that's what you do. You want to know what's working and in what categories, in what countries, and that kind of stuff. So that very macro level type of analysis. And then you go a little bit deeper, right? You go into the strategize. So that's when you go into your green lighting process. For those of you who are involved in app development, you know this term. That's when you really start looking at the app and saying, okay, well, what are my competitors doing? What should my benchmark be? And that's when you start to calculate your ROI and that kind of stuff. And we have tools to help you in that phase, that strategization phase. Then after that, you eventually, hopefully, launch your app, and you need to acquire customers. That's when you track your downloads and track the featuring that you have on the stores and track the ASO and try to optimize all those KPIs. And we have also tools on the platform that allows you to do that. Eventually, once you have reached a large number of downloads, hopefully, well, you want to engage with your customers. So at that stage, what's important is really to look at the usage of the app. What are my KPI in terms of usage, in terms of time spent in the app, in terms of MAUs, in terms of DAUs? And that's also something that we do and track through the platform that can help you in that specific stage. And then eventually, you need to monetize and get to that phase, and we also have KPI there. And we do all this thing with customer success and support that we have internally. We do this with the community and events that we also organize on a global basis. We're a very global company, as you'll see later. We have professional services, so another layer of expertise to help you through your journey if you need to, and the App Annie Academy. This is a brief shot of some of our clients. Today, we have more than 1,000 clients globally. If I had shown you this slide, maybe, let's say, 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, it would be mostly video game companies and investors, because at the time, video game companies were pretty much the only one, or at least the first one, to monetize from the store, so they really need to understand the store. And, of course, investors that need to get a better understanding of the landscape to invest properly. Today, we have every single company, every single industry that is interested in app, and as you know, it's pretty much everybody nowadays, hence all the diversity of logos that you see here. We have 1 million registered users on the platform, and we have over 1 million connected apps to our platform. This is a global view of App Annie. We have 15 offices globally, which for a company our size, we have about 450 employees. We have been told by our investors, IVP, Sequoia, etc., that it's actually pretty unusual to be so diversified in all those different regions and to have so many different offices. And the reason we have that is because the market that we are in is a true global market, the app industry. It's very different how the dynamics of the market in Asia is very, very different than the dynamics of the market here in Western Europe. And we need experts on the field, right? A little quiz. I always like to have a quiz during the presentation, corporate presentation. So how many hours per day did we spend in apps in 2017? How many hours a day? Less than 30 minutes. Can you raise your hands who thinks that it's less than 30 minutes? Okay, not too many people, all right. 31 to an hour. Yeah, a little bit more, that's good. An hour to 2 hours. Okay. 2 hours to 3. Okay, pretty much the majority, I think. And over 3 hours. All right, the answer is over 3 hours. And actually, it's really interesting because it's very different. It really varies depending on the market. Some markets, more what we could say advanced market, in Asia, some market in Asia, like in Korea, in South Korea, or in Japan, it's much higher than that, right? In Western Europe, it's about 2.5 hours. Over there, it could be 4 or 5 hours sometimes. This is a few data about the market. 40 apps a month used on average, okay? That's about 80 apps installed on your phone. Again, it varies on the market, right? 178 billion, that's the number of app downloads in 2017. That's an increase of 60% from 2015. 86 billion, that the gross consumer spend in 2017 on mobile through the App Store. That's an increase of 105% since 2015. This shows actually how you kind of use the App Annie platform. I like these slides. What we're looking at right now is we're breaking down the business in games and non-games app. As I told you, the game business was one of the first business that monetized on the store, so therefore most of the revenue was generated there. But as you can see lately, the app business, so the non-gaming, has been growing quite a lot actually, right? So this is, you're looking at the spend per device here. And that category has been growing quite a lot. So what do you do after that in terms of your analysis? Let's assume that you're on a platform. You dig a little bit deeper and you look maybe at the media entertainment category, which is of course non-gaming, and you look at the growth of this category comparing 2015 to 2017, and you notice that there's tremendous growth in that category. I know there's a lot of media company around here, so you can appreciate this slide. Okay, this is a subcategory or category in the stores that's been growing tremendously. Where is that growth coming from? Then you start to look at the app specifically, and if you look at the platform, of course, you have the actual numbers, and you start to realize that little by little, the blue section is essentially the apps that have subscription payments within the app. You start to realize that the top 5 of non-game app in terms of revenue generated are actually, in 2017, all apps that have subscription payment in it. And you start to realize that, okay, this is a really healthy business for the media entertainment vertical, right? And it actually is, and you see a big jump since 2016 because Apple changed their revenue share policy for subscription model and gives a little bit more to the developers. So that's the kind of analysis that you can run on the platform. Quickly finish through a couple of slides again about the company. Always like to show these slides about, that really shows where we've been quoted and our leadership in the space. I also like to say that, we've been quoted by Apple in their earnings, in the past 9 earnings. I love to see the sentence when you have the earning call from Apple, say, according to App Annie. It's like, it makes my day, and it's great to see that. And it's a great recognition for the business. So, in a nutshell, trusted source of data, very comprehensive platform with all the KPIs that you need to track, very accurate data. That's ultimately what we do and what we're known for, and that's what is important for the business, because ultimately this is how you're going to make your decision, and a global reach, which is important in that business. So that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And we have a little booth over there, so if you have any questions surrounding apps, I'll be there, and the team will be happy to welcome you and help you. Thank you very much.